Welcome to the most exciting coin discovery of your life. Today, we're diving into the mysterious and ultra-rare bicentennial coins, an ordinary-looking coin with the power to make you a millionaire overnight. If you've got this hidden gem in your pocket, your entire future could change in an instant. Let's unlock the secrets behind this legendary piece of treasure. First up, you won't believe what might be hiding in your old coin collection. A grimy, overlooked 1776 1976 Eisenhower dollar that could be worth thousands of dollars today. Imagine pulling out a tarnished, dirt-covered copper-nickel coin, only to discover it's one of the rarest bicentennial Eisenhower dollars ever minted. A coin that could fetch anywhere from $1,000 to over $9,000 if authenticated and graded properly. This isn't just a piece of loose change. It's a silent relic of American pride, space exploration, and numismatic history, forged in copper and clad in nickel, now rising in value due to growing collector demand and increasing scarcity in higher grades. The bicentennial Eisenhower dollar was minted to commemorate 200 years of American independence, combining national history with modern symbolism. Even though the United States officially adopted decimal currency in the late 18th century, the Eisenhower dollar was one of the first large-sized coins to reintroduce the spirit of early American decimal coinage into modern circulation. On the obverse, it features President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a key figure in World War II and the beginning of the space age, while the reverse proudly displays the Apollo 11 mission insignia, an eagle landing on the moon with Earth in the distance. This fusion of revolutionary heritage and moon landing glory makes the bicentennial Ike dollar more than just currency. It is a tribute to American innovation and courage. While most Eisenhower dollars were produced in massive quantities, what makes the 1776 1976 version rare and valuable is the condition and minting errors. In very fine or uncirculated condition, especially those struck in special collector editions or with unique die varieties, these coins become highly sought after. The twist, however, is that even coins found in very dirty or neglected condition can carry substantial value if they show minimal wear beneath the grime. Collectors understand that dirt can be cleaned professionally, but original surfaces and intact details are irreplaceable. That's why certified coins, even in slightly worn states, can reach values from $1,000 up to $9,000 or more, depending on rarity, strike quality, and provenance. These Eisenhower dollars are composed primarily of copper with an outer layer of nickel, giving them their distinctive silver-like appearance despite their base metal core. The majority of circulation strikes contain this copper-nickel clad composition, yet their real worth today comes not from precious metal content, but from scarcity, collector enthusiasm, and unique mint characteristics. Some special bicentennial issues, such as those minted in San Francisco as proof or silver-clad examples, can exceed regular values, but even standard copper-clad coins, if struck perfectly or exhibiting rare features, command exceptional prices. Dirt-covered examples that reveal sharp edges, clean lettering, and strong relief after careful inspection are often the hidden treasures collectors dream of discovering. As market demand grows, these coins have emerged as unexpected investment assets. Collectors and investors alike are buying certified Eisenhower dollars, holding them like miniature historical artifacts with future earning potential. Values have steadily risen as fewer high-grade examples remain, and more people begin to appreciate their historical role and nostalgic connection to America's bicentennial celebrations. Investing in such coins isn't just about profit, it's about preserving tangible moments of history. Coins stored in secure conditions, protected from corrosion, and handled only with gloves or holders, tend to appreciate significantly over time, especially those backed by recognized grading services. For collectors looking to identify valuable pieces, condition is everything. Never clean a dirty Eisenhower dollar roughly, as it can damage the surface and erase thousands of dollars of value. Instead, submit the coin to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, which authenticate, grade, and encapsulate the coin in tamper-proof holders. Understanding grading standards, ranging from good to mint state, is essential to knowing a coin's market worth. Joining numismatic clubs, online collector communities, and auction groups provides new collectors with knowledge, trade opportunities, and insights into spotting genuine rarities. These communities also help protect against counterfeits and inflated claims. In numismatic history, the Eisenhower dollar holds a special place as the last large-sized dollar coin intended for circulation in the United States. It bridges the past and future, linking the era of Morgan and Peace dollars to the modern small-sized Susan, B. Anthony, and Sacagawea dollars. Its bicentennial edition, in particular, reflects a moment when the nation looked back at its founding and forward to the stars. Each coin carries symbols of freedom, unity, and the relentless human spirit of exploration. It isn't just metal, it's memory of revolution, of leadership, of stepping foot on the moon. Beyond American borders, the 1776-1976 Eisenhower dollar has captured global admiration. Collectors from Europe, Asia, and the Middle East seek it not only for its monetary value, but for its cultural symbolism. America's journey from colonial revolt to space exploration resonates universally. As time passes, high-grade examples become scarcer, and even dirty-condition coins with strong details grow more valuable. This global interest, combined with its historical roots and rising scarcity, makes the Eisenhower bicentennial dollar a long-term treasure. It represents pride, progress, and potential, both cultural and financial, ensuring that its value, like its legacy, will continue to rise for generations to come. Second, imagine finding a dull, tarnished coin in a forgotten box, only to discover it's a 1972 Eisenhower dollar with an S mint mark, worth thousands of dollars despite its dirty appearance. Yes, that very coin, overlooked by many due to wear and grime, holds the power to stun collectors, investors, and historians alike. This isn't just any dollar, it's a piece of American legacy, one of the earliest major decimal-era coins, and one of the rarest modern numismatic treasures when preserved or even partially intact beneath the surface dirt. Its origins trace back to a defining moment in history, the passing of President Dwight D. Eisenhower and the triumphant Apollo 11 moon landing. The coin was designed not only to honor a great leader, but to symbolize American progress and unity, making it far more than just a piece of copper-nickel alloy. The 1972 Eisenhower dollar marked one of America's first large-scale circulating coins produced under the modern decimal coinage system, after the shift from silver to base metal compositions. Struck at the San Francisco Mint, those with the S mint mark are especially significant because many were produced as proofs or high-quality issues intended for collectors rather than circulation. Unlike earlier silver dollars, this Eisenhower coin featured a clad composition of copper core layered with nickel, combining affordability with durability. Yet this change also meant fewer people took these coins seriously at first, leading to their rough handling and circulation wear. Ironically, it's this neglect that has transformed pristine or high-grade pieces into extremely valuable rarities today, particularly varieties of the 1972 S-proof and uncirculated strikes that collectors eagerly chase. Collectors value this coin not only for its historical symbolism, but also due to its scarcity and high-grade condition. While millions were originally minted, only a small fraction survives today without scratches, dents, or discoloration, especially those that remain sharply struck, with clean surfaces and deep mirrored fields. The irony lies in the fact that even a dirty or tarnished 1972 S Eisenhower dollar can hide exceptional detail underneath, and when professionally cleaned and graded, its value can skyrocket. In very fine to extremely fine condition, these coins can fetch anywhere from $1,000 to over $9,000 depending on the specific variety, die type, and strike quality. Some rare proof deep cameo versions or pieces with unique die errors have even crossed far higher value thresholds in auction settings, proving that rarity and condition rule the numismatic market. The copper core of the 1972 USA Eisenhower dollar is often overlooked, but it plays a vital role in defining its identity. Though many assume valuable coins must be silver, the copper-nickel-clad composition of this coin makes its high value even more astonishing, proving that historical and collectible significance outweigh bullion content. The warmth of the copper beneath the nickel layer gives the coin its distinctive reddish edge, one of the key markers for authenticity. Over time, dirt and oxidation may hide its original luster, but careful restoration under expert guidance can reveal its brilliance. Unlike common circulation coins, even grime-covered 1972 USA Eisenhower dollars can be worth thousands if authentication, mint mark, and fine details remain intact. Demand for this coin is growing rapidly, especially as new collectors begin recognizing the Eisenhower dollar as one of the last large-sized U.S. dollar coins ever made. Investors are turning to numismatics not just as a hobby, but as a safe haven asset, and coins like the 1972 USA Eisenhower are gaining traction due to their stable long-term appreciation. Auction houses and private collectors are willing to pay significant sums for certified high-grade pieces, and even moderately preserved ones in dirty condition are being snapped up for restoration and grading. This surge in demand combined with shrinking supply creates a powerful investment opportunity. Unlike volatile financial assets, rare coins carry historical weight, cultural pride, and heritage, making them more than just metal. For collectors and investors alike, success begins with knowledge. Owning a 1972 USA Eisenhower dollar means understanding coin grading standards set by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC. Coins should never be harshly cleaned at home, as this can reduce their grade or even make them ungradable. Instead, focus on preservation and professional certification. Joining coin communities, forums, or local numismatic clubs will help you stay updated on market trends, die varieties, and authentic pricing. The closer your coin is to mint state, meaning sharp detail, original luster, and no cleaning marks, the closer it gets to the upper value range of $9,000 or more. Even a heavily tarnished coin can be valuable if its details beneath the dirt are well preserved. Beyond value and rarity, the 1972 USA Eisenhower dollar is a cultural icon that carries emotional weight. It symbolizes America's strength during the Cold War era, technological triumph through the moon landing, and unity under the leadership of Eisenhower. Its bold design featuring Eisenhower's profile and the eagle landing on the moon stands as a tribute to human achievement and national pride. While the coin may be physically dirty, its message remains timeless. People across the world collect it not only for wealth, but for connection to American history, making it a global ambassador of democracy, innovation, and resilience. In the long term, the 1972 USA Eisenhower dollar continues to appreciate in value, not just in monetary terms but in cultural and historical significance. As generations pass, fewer of these coins remain in collectible condition, and their scarcity makes them even more desirable. Owning one is like holding a piece of living history, a reminder that great value often lies beneath the surface. Whether you collect for passion, profit, or preservation, this coin offers a legacy that goes far beyond copper and nickel. It stands as proof that even the dirtiest old coin can become a priceless treasure when history, rarity, and demand align. Third, beneath layers of dust and years of neglect, imagine holding a 1974 Eisenhower dollar, darkened, tarnished, and worn, yet secretly capable of being worth thousands of dollars. Most people would overlook it, Maybe toss it back into an old drawer or coin jar. But what if I told you this very coin, when authenticated and preserved correctly, could sell for anywhere between $1,000 and $9,000 or even more? This is not just metal. It's a hidden legacy from America's early decimal coinage era, a rare survivor from a time when the nation moved from silver to modern copper-based coins. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar may not glitter like gold, but it carries the kind of history, rarity, and demand that can transform a forgotten, dirty coin into a life-changing discovery. The Eisenhower dollar was introduced to honor both President Dwight D. Eisenhower and the monumental Apollo 11 moon landing. By 1974, the Eisenhower dollar had become one of the first major U.S. coins produced under the modern decimal system that no longer relied heavily on precious metals. Instead of silver, it featured a copper core with a nickel-clad surface, a bold shift that marked a new era in American minting. While some collectors initially dismissed these coins due to their lack of silver, they drastically underestimated their future rarity and historical importance. The large size, symbolic design, and limited survival in high-grade condition have made the 1974 Eisenhower dollar one of the most sought-after coins of modern numismatics. What makes the 1974 Eisenhower dollar especially valuable is not just its age or design, but its scarcity in very fine or mint-state condition. Millions were minted, but very few were preserved properly. Most were used in everyday transactions, spent in casinos, carried in pockets, scratched, dropped, and forgotten in dusty drawers. The result? High-grade surviving pieces are incredibly rare, and even dirty coins can be treasures if the details beneath the grime remain sharp: clean date, visible mint mark, strong eagle design on the reverse, and minimal rim damage. When such coins are graded by experts and receive high scores from PCGS or NGC, their value soars into the thousands, especially if they display proof-like qualities or unique die variations. Collectors are particularly fascinated by the copper composition of the Eisenhower dollar because it represents the turning point in U.S. coinage, when the value of a coin began to depend more on history and craftsmanship than metal content. The 1974 Eisenhower dollar is built with a copper core sandwiched between layers of nickel, giving it a distinctive reddish-brown edge where the metal shows through. Though it contains no silver, exceptional condition and rarity make it more valuable than some silver coins from previous decades. Dirt, oxidation, and dark tunning may hide the copper luster, but under professional care, many of these coins can be restored without damage, revealing the gleam of copper and nickel that collectors crave. The market for the 1974 Eisenhower dollar is rapidly growing, and with it, so is its investment potential. More collectors are turning their attention to modern dollars, and prices are rising steadily at auctions and private sales. A certified high-grade Eisenhower dollar from 1974, whether graded MS-65 or higher, can fetch thousands of dollars. Even lower-grade coins, if encapsulated and authenticated, hold strong value due to increasing demand and dwindling supply. Investors are recognizing these coins as stable, tangible assets, historical relics with financial growth potential. This surge of interest is also influenced by international collectors who appreciate American history and the coin's powerful symbolism. For anyone interested in collecting or investing in Eisenhower dollars, condition and certification are everything. The first rule is never to clean the coin at home using chemicals or abrasive tools, because one scratch or artificial shine can drop its value instantly. Instead, store it safely in a protective holder, avoid touching the surfaces, and send it to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC if it appears to have strong details beneath the dirt. These services assign grades that determine its market value. Joining numismatic communities, attending coin shows, browsing auction archives, and learning grading standards will help collectors make informed and profitable decisions, especially when hunting for rare varieties or mint-mark distinctions. Beyond profit, the 1974 Eisenhower dollar carries deep cultural symbolism. The coin celebrates a heroic president who led America through World War II and shaped its post-war future. The reverse design, inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia, captures the moment when humanity first stepped onto the moon, a symbol of hope, ambition, and American brilliance. Owning this coin is like holding a piece of Earth's journey into space and history's march toward progress. Even when worn or dirty, the coin radiates significance, reminding us that greatness doesn't always shine on the surface. It often hides beneath time and dust. As years pass, coins like the 1974 Eisenhower dollar grow rarer and more valuable, especially those in exceptional condition. Their appeal stretches beyond America's borders, captivating collectors across Europe, Asia, and beyond. They aren't just coins, they are artifacts of leadership, innovation, and shared human achievement. With rising demand and a shrinking supply of well-preserved examples, their value will only increase. So the next time you find a dirty Eisenhower dollar, don't ignore it, because beneath the tarnish might lie a treasure worth thousands, a piece of history, and a legacy that only becomes more precious with time. Fourth, buried in dust, coated with years of dirt and neglect. Imagine pulling out a 1977 Eisenhower dollar from an old box in your home. Its shine gone, its edges darkened. But what you don't know is that beneath that grime could lie a coin worth thousands of dollars. This year marks one of the last issued Eisenhower dollars, and though it may seem ordinary or worn out, the right 1977 Eisenhower coin, especially one with rare mint errors or in exceptionally well-preserved condition, can sell anywhere from $1,000 to $9,000 or more. The mystery, the history, and the possibility that an everyday coin could change your life is what makes this piece so thrilling. It's not just a coin, it's a forgotten chapter of American history waiting to be rediscovered. The 1977 Eisenhower dollar holds an important place in U.S. coinage because it represents the final era of large-size American dollars struck before the smaller Susan B. Anthony dollar was released. By this time, the Eisenhower dollar had already become one of the first widely produced decimal coins, no longer made from silver, but from a copper core clad with nickel. This shift marked a bold change in U.S. minting traditions, focusing not on precious metal value but on historical design and national identity. While the coin honored President Dwight D. Eisenhower and the Apollo 11 moon landing, most Americans spent it without thinking twice, leading to heavy wear and limiting the number of high-quality survivors today. That's why clean, sharply detailed 1977 Eisenhower dollars, especially those found even in dirty condition but with minor wear, are now incredibly rare and valuable. Although the 1977 Eisenhower dollar was minted in large numbers, coins in very fine, extremely fine or mint state conditions are extremely scarce. Most were circulated through casinos, pocket change, and everyday transactions, resulting in scratches, dents, and surface damage. Yet here is the twist. Even if a 1977 Eisenhower dollar looks dull or is covered in dirt, as long as the finer details like the rim, Eisenhower's profile, and the eagle landing on the moon remain clear, it can be worth thousands once certified. Special varieties, such as proof-like strikes or rare mint errors from the Denver or Philadelphia mints, have reached prices far beyond $9,000 at auctions. The difference lies not in how shiny the coin looks, but in how well its original details have survived beneath the dirt. One of the most fascinating parts of the 1977 Eisenhower dollar is its copper composition. While collectors often believe silver equals value, this coin proves the opposite. It features a copper core layered with nickel alloy, giving it a distinctive reddish-brown edge when worn. This base metal composition was part of America's transition away from silver, making the Eisenhower series one of the first modern decimal coins produced mainly for circulation rather than silver stacking. Even without precious metals, these coins command high prices because rarity, condition, historical relevance, and collector demand outweigh metal content. That's why a simple, dirty, copper-nickel Eisenhower dollar can still become a premium treasure. With rising demand from collectors worldwide, the market value of the 1977 Eisenhower dollar is steadily increasing. High-grade certified coins are selling for thousands, and even lower-grade coins are being picked up for future grading or long-term investment. As time passes, fewer intact coins remain, especially in good condition, which drives scarcity and raises market prices. Investors are now seeing these coins not only as collectibles, but as historical assets that appreciate steadily. Auction events, numismatic fairs, and online marketplaces are filled with bidders seeking this exact year because of its position near the end of the Eisenhower series and its limited high-grade survivors. For collectors and investors, owning a valuable 1977 Eisenhower dollar begins with preserving quality and seeking certification. Never clean these coins at home. Scratching or altering the surface will destroy their value. Store them in protective cases. Handle them carefully by the edges. And if you believe yours is rare or unusually well preserved beneath dirt, send it to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. These expert companies grade the coin based on detail, wear, and luster, determining its true market value. Joining coin communities, attending shows, watching auctions, and studying grading standards will help collectors find the best pieces and make smarter investment decisions. Beyond its financial value, the 1977 Eisenhower dollar carries deep cultural meaning. It symbolizes American leadership under President Eisenhower and humanity's leap into space with the Apollo 11 landing, immortalized by the Eagle landing on the moon. Even in a worn and dirty state, its design tells a story of resilience, ambition, and national pride. This coin has become a global symbol, admired not just in the United States, but by collectors in Europe, Asia, and beyond. It speaks a universal language of triumph, exploration, and perseverance. As decades pass, the importance and value of the 1977 Eisenhower dollar only continue to grow. Its legacy stretches beyond its copper composition into art, history, politics, and human achievement. With each passing year, high-quality examples become rarer, increasing their desirability and market worth. This coin represents more than money. It represents a moment in time that can never be recreated. Whether kept in a family collection, passed down through generations, or sold at auction for thousands, the 1977 Eisenhower dollar lives on as a symbol of history preserved in metal. So next time you find a dirty old dollar coin, don't overlook it. It might just be a treasure worth more than you ever imagined.